Ms. Tin Pei Ling.
Mr. Speaker, sir, I rise in support of the motion. In the President's speech, she highlighted what our nation has done well so far, outlined the challenges that we face, and clearly set out the priorities that this government has to focus on doing. I agree fully with the priorities set out and would add that this government and this House must continue to take bold steps in creating a new world of opportunities for Singaporeans and continue to invest in our people so that this and future generations of Singaporeans will continue to thrive together. First, in terms of bold steps for a new world of opportunities, in our 53 years of nationhood, Singapore has undergone several transformations that demanded bold vision in our leaders and courage in our government and people to trot uncharted paths. We took risks, forged ahead, and developed successfully from third world to first. Here we are, once again, in the midst of yet another transformation as we embrace a digital economy. We need to embrace the digital economy for Singapore's long-term good. Many countries around the world have been profoundly impacted by the advent of digital economy. The way we organize our society, the way business is conducted, and the way people transact and interact with each other are all changing. As technology disrupts the world, Singapore must find a niche for ourselves to stay relevant and continue to be of service to the world. Past successes do not confer us any advantage, and we must not be unnecessarily burdened by legacy achievements. We must move fast, seize new opportunities, and entrench advantages gained before others do. In doing so, the government has a critical role to play, creating a conducive environment, building a supportive ecosystem, and nurturing strong public-private partnerships so that social good will guide the innovative private sector. I commend the government for forging ahead in our Smart Nation project. There's interdependence between a smart nation and a digital economy. They reinforce each other. However, there are still areas that are not progressing as fast as it could and should. One example is e-payment, which receives several national mentions and much attention. Several commentators have noted how fast China has transformed its payment landscape to do away with cash, especially if one considers paper form money was invented in China in the 7th century. But of course, China and Singapore are in different circumstances. For the Chinese, cashless payments may be more reliable and more secure. China also has a different regulatory and business environment that catalyze innovations much faster. In Singapore, the use of cash is deeply entrenched. KPMG reported that 60% of consumers and businesses in Singapore use cash for non-stock value facilities payments, whilst PayPal found 43% of Singaporeans cited cash as their most frequent or most preferred mode of payment. Clearly, cash is king here. There are a few reasons for this. Firstly, our currency is of high quality and hard to forge. Secondly, our crime rate is low. People have no qualms carrying sizable amounts of cash around. Thirdly, while technology can fail, cash never fails. Hence, to substitute cash and change habits, we will need a cashless solution that is superior to cash in the user's experience. We are not there yet. A personal encounter may be helpful in illustrating my point. Once, I visited a hawker center, a hawker stall, to purchase a cup of tau hui zui, soya drink. I asked to pay via QR code since I have PayLah installed on my phone. Auntie asked me to pay in cash because she has to switch on the machine which she hid in a drawer to confirm receipt of my money after I scanned the QR code. I was curious and asked her why. I said that based on my understanding, NETS provides the machine for free and charges no transaction fee for at least 3 years. It is free for hawkers and consumers, and there is a one-time cash incentive 6 months after the hawker installs the equipment. So why not try it? But to her, it is simply inconvenient, consumes electricity, and whilst there is no direct financial cost to her, there's not much of an incentive for her to actively use it as well. Moreover, cash is a great medium of exchange, which she is used to and has never failed her. Adoption goes beyond having good technical solutions, though in this case, it would help if Auntie can verify the payment on her mobile phone rather than use a separate machine. It is also about outreach and promotion, perhaps even consolidation, to avoid confusing consumers with too many options. Apart from Nets, Alipay, WeChat Pay, PayLah, and even FavePay, a local private provider, are able to offer QR code payment in Singapore. Hence, one wonders why e-payment is still not taking off. Is it because our market is too small but players too aplenty, resulting in a highly fragmented market? Or is it because the incentives are too little to lure consumers and merchants away from cash? The government will need to play a key role to shepherd this and the overall transformation that Singapore is currently undergoing. If need be, dictate certain technical parameters and solutions. We must also not be locked into legacy systems and legacy corporations. Otherwise, it will be extremely for e-payment or any type of transformation to take off in Singapore. We have to use the solution that offers the best user experience if we are to hope to lure consumers and merchants away from cash. We will need to push hard, take bold steps, and be ready for disruptions to existing players. Next, we need to invest in our people to move ahead together. We need to do more to prepare our people for a digital economy. It is useless to chong towards digital economy if our people are not ready for it. We must make sure that our people are able to benefit from this transformation and not be left behind. We must not inadvertently create a new inequality or widen the existing gap between those who can access and exploit the new digital technologies and those who cannot. We need to help our students embrace STEM education and develop a certain level of appreciation in technology possibilities, even if they do not eventually major in such subjects. Currently, we have a strong curriculum in mathematics and science from primary to pre-university level. This must be preserved even while we adapt the pedagogy to suit the needs of different learners at each level. We must equip even those students who may not have the aptitude for these subjects with a reasonable foundation to prepare them for future job opportunities. And for those who can stretch a little more, supplement their science and mathematics learning with coding skills as part of building the STEM foundation. Coding is a fundamental in understanding and designing technology, critical to jobs in a digital economy. Many countries have introduced coding lessons to their curriculums. Examples include Israel, New Zealand, Australia, Denmark, and some German states. Singapore will do well to do the same. Our workforce needs to have ready access to courses and training opportunities with constantly refreshed curriculum. SkillsFuture must continue to be an important upgrading asset for workers, along with apprenticeship and practical work opportunities. We also need to pay attention to helping women to achieve their fullest potential. Digital fluency not only opens up new career opportunities for women in the digital age, but also enables women to exploit smart solutions that help to create capacity and options. With the right smart solutions, women and men can remotely manage situations and monitor their young and old at home while they're at work. Smart solutions can allow women to work productively and respond efficiently, even if they have to be away from their offices, thereby enabling flexible work. Digital platforms can allow women to exchange useful information and create job opportunities. E-commerce platforms, for example, can help stay-at-home caregivers monetize their skills or overcome resource constraints in starting their businesses, and in the process, maintain financial independence, stay plugged in while continuing to care for their loved ones. Women can also make use of these platforms to raise funds, find mentors, and network with other women entrepreneurs. We need to help our elderly to be digitally ready. Whilst future generations of elderly will be better educated and tech-savvy, we must not neglect our current generation of seniors. We need smart seniors for a smart nation. We need to harness technology to supplement our shortage of elder care manpower and help more seniors live independently in the comfort of their own homes and community. We need to harness technology to help them stay connected to news and information, to support networks, to friends and families. To do all these, it is important to ensure that they are digitally ready. Digital readiness is the very first step and a critical enabler for our elderly to fully exploit the benefits of technology. Finally, smart communities. Engendering a smart nation need not only be the responsibility of the government or big enterprises. Local communities can also contribute since we know local needs and gaps best. We should allow innovative ideas, which may be simple ideas with simple benefits, to flourish. These help to create a conducive environment, familiarity, and a positive attitude in the community towards digital solutions. In Macpherson, we have quite a few ideas that can help elderly and families, but to do so costs money, which we as local grassroots can ill afford. Current government funding schemes do not cover digital projects, at least not yet. In Macpherson, we are now developing a platform to pull together different digital solutions aimed at connecting our elderly, especially those who are financially, physically, and socially more vulnerable. Connecting them to community information, resources, and services such as friendly neighborhood GP, connecting them to existing and new support networks such as befrienders and volunteers on demand. Just think of Uberization of volunteerism to meet ad hoc needs. We also have aspirations to expand it to gamify daily tasks to encourage active living and also enable predictive analysis of their overall well-being so that appropriate medical or social interventions can be introduced. We have to raise funds and could only raise enough to do a watered-down version of what we had in mind. We used a limited resource to build a minimum viable product. If successful, and if we are to take it further or scale it up, we will need more resources. Therefore, it would be most useful if the government can set aside some funding and support to help enthusiastic communities like ours. Speaker Sir, allow me to continue in Mandarin. 议长先生，数码经济是大势所趋，给我们带来了无限的机遇。数码科技的涌现，使现代生活起了翻天覆地的变化。各种手机应用软件大大缩短了一些进行日常事务所需的时间。随着智能手机、高速互联网、大数据、人工智能等科技元素日益普及，数码经济已经颠覆了人们旧有的生活和营商模式。世界各国也在不断地推动数码经济的发展，为人民带来便利。作为一个国际金融中心和资讯枢纽，新加坡不能忽视这个浪潮。数码经济是我国未来经济的主要元素之一。政府也在积极推动数码经济的发展和普及。根据2017年数码进化指数报告，新加坡是亚太数码进化速度最快的地区，在推动数码经济和互联网普及化的成果显著。为了确保所有国人都能分享到数码经济发展所带来的红利，我们就要确保所有的人都能赶得上这趟经济快车，与这个大趋势接轨。新加坡在科技和创新方面已经领先全世界许多国家，拥有先发优势。随着智能手机的普及，人们可以通过手机应用软件随时得到最新的购物、交通讯息，并连接到许多资源和服务。用手指一点就可以在网上订餐和买东西，有人会送到家门口。家人们也可以通过软件了解长辈的健康状况，确保他们的安全。所以，政府有必要确保各阶层、各背景、各年龄的国人为数码未来做好准备，同享数码经济与智慧国所能带来的好处。我们务必确保数码未来不会无形中制造出新的不平等、新的贫富差距。尤其值得关注的是我们年长的国人，不少年长国人还在追赶数码经济迅速发展的步伐，当中有许多长辈甚至对于学习这些新的科技抱有望而却步的心情。政府必须加大力度，为年长国人制造更多亲老的学习机会与环境，善用亲老设计，鼓励年长国人抓紧机遇，掌握数码技能。才会随着数码社会迅速发展，才不会随着数码社会迅速发展而脱节。我们周围的地区在数码经济发展上奋起直追，无论在电子商务还是数码普及化上都发展迅速。我们必须不断创新，以跟上 趋势。其实不只跟上，还得领先，这样我们才有生机。The next transformation will not be an easy journey. It has to be a national effort, not just the work of the government. It will require all Singaporeans to contribute actively with their ideas and efforts. We will need dreamers who do not just want to become successful professionals in traditional jobs, but imagine a new world of exciting possibilities and are prepared to work hard to create this new world. This next transformation into a smart nation with a vibrant digital economy has to be a national priority. Whether we are able to do so successfully and quickly is therefore a matter of public interest, affecting our economy and businesses, lives of Singaporeans, as well as our international reputation. Therefore, I urge all Singaporeans to work together to make sure that this national effort succeeds. Thank you.